Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Sweden isolating an autistic boy who just lost his dad. And if a lot of you guys don't know, the beginning of this year, my dad died. Yeah. And so this video is going to be about how the Swedish government has handled my autistic brother since we lost our dad. On the 15th of January 2019, my brother was summoned to the Södertörns court in Stockholm based on an incident that happened on the 19th of February 2018. Yeah, if you haven't watched my previous video, there I talk about that incident. You can watch the video on Instagram, on my Instagram page. You can watch the video on Facebook on a page called Real Sweden. Yeah, the video is there. The following day, on the 16th of January 2019, I got a call saying that my dad was dead. Yeah, and I asked what happened, and they told me that he got hit by a bike around 4:30 p.m. and he was rushed to the hospital where he died around 5 o'clock. Yeah, so myself and my mom, we had to travel back to Cameroon to bury my dad. And when we got back on the 13th of March 2019, the Swedish court again summoned my brother, where they finally judged him as a criminal in the Swedish system, and he was later on taken to a jail in Sweden, the Södertörns jail in Sweden, in Flemingsberg, where he was put there till the 19th of February, he was put there till the 19th of April 2019. And then he was later again brought again back to the Södertörns court, where in the court, he was transferred to a mental home called Helix. He was in Helix for almost 2 weeks or so. Then he was brought again back to the court on the 24th of April, where again, now they transfer him to a town in Sweden called Katrineholm. Yeah, in another mental hospital there in Kashuden. So my mom was a little bit worried because she was like, instead of us transferring him out of Stockholm, maybe we should keep him in Stockholm and look for a place for him to take his punishment in Stockholm. And this is what they told myself and my mom. They were like, in Sweden, you don't get to decide where you take your punishment. The system is the one that decides where to punish you for your crime. So the system has decided to transfer Emawe to a town called Katrineholm, because that's where he's going to be taking his punishment. And my mom was like, the beginning of this year, Emawe just lost his dad. So this is really tough for the family. So we really love to be closer to him. So if they can put him around Stockholm, and they keep on emphasizing that they're not going to put him in Stockholm, he has to go to Katrineholm in a place called Kashuden there. My brother has been there for close to 8 months now, because he was taken there on the 24th or on the 25th of April 2019. Yeah. And Emmanuel has been there for the whole time. And every time when we call, we want to talk to the boss of the place. You know what they tell us? He's always so busy. He doesn't talk to us. He doesn't reply to my mom's email. My mom has sent him thousands of emails. He will not reply to them. Even when we call, we talk to the secretary, we tell her to leave a message to him, he still will not respond or call us back. So this is the thing I want to understand with Sweden, because let's not forget, the whole world knows Sweden as the top best welfare system. So if Sweden is the top best welfare system, as we are calling them, as we are claiming that they are the top best welfare system, why will you be more interested in punishing an autistic boy who just lost his dad rather than helping that boy out? Because if Sweden is the top best welfare system and an autistic boy just lost his dad, and all he's trying to do is try to mourn the loss of his dad, which is so difficult for him, because one thing about autistic people that we have to know is that they are very aggressive. And let's be honest to ourselves. If you've ever lost someone, the minute you get that news, you get really pissed, you get really frustrated, you can get a little bit aggressive. You understand? So if Emmanuel is being aggressive, maybe because of the circumstances of his family at the moment, because of the loss of his dad, and all the Swedish government is more interested in is punishing him, taking him to their court system, to the Södertörns court, judging him as a criminal, trying to make the whole thing look like Emmanuel is a criminal, rather than helping him so he can mourn the loss of his dad. And then I don't understand, because why we call Sweden one of the top best welfare systems, that we believe that they understand how to help people in their situations. But what all I've seen in my brother's case is that since from the day on the 16th of January 2019 that we got the call that my dad was dead, till today as I'm making this video, Emmanuel has not even gotten any help from the Swedish government. All I see them do is taking Emmanuel to court, judging him as a criminal, taking him out of Stockholm to a new town in Sweden that he knows nobody knows him there, putting him there, claiming that he's a criminal in the Swedish system, he needs to be punished. The law in Sweden states that it doesn't matter if you have an illness or something, if you commit a crime, you need to be punished. And I'm like, okay, if we're going to punish him, how do we help solve the autism? Because even know one thing about autistic people is this: even if you punish them, That doesn't help to solve the autism, because one of the reasons why we punish people in life is because we believe that they have a choice and they understand the consequences of their actions. So when Sweden starts punishing autistic people, Sweden that is claiming to be the best welfare system, is Sweden trying to tell me that now all autistic people on earth, they are criminals? Because when you punish them, that means you're trying to tell us that they have a choice. They choose to be autistic. That means they can be a normal person, but they decided that they want to be autistic. That's why you have to punish them for choosing to be an autistic person, which I find that really ridiculous, because if Sweden is going to be punishing autistic people and we're still going out there and calling them one of the best welfare system, then we have a problem, because now we're giving people the wrong title without even knowing what is happening there. Because my brother has been punished for how long? For almost 8 months today. Since the beginning of January, on the 15th of January, that they took my brother to the Södertörns court in Sweden, till today, they're still punishing him for his crimes and crimes and crimes that he has committed. I'm like, where is the crime that he has committed? The crime of being an autistic black boy in Sweden. Is that the crime that Emawe has committed in Sweden? Maybe, I don't know. And this is the thing I just want to say. This is what I want to say. This is my question that I want to ask the Swedish system. Sweden is claiming that they're punishing my brother based on the law, right? And the law in Sweden states that the maximum punishment for somebody that resists the police in Sweden is 6 months. That's the maximum punishment, yeah. If you resist the police in Sweden, your maximum punishment is 6 months. So my brother has been punished for 8 months. And 2 days ago, I spoke to my brother, yeah. And I asked him, I asked him that, when is he going to leave the place? You know what he told me? He told me that he spoke to his doctor. And his doctor, they said that he's going to be dead till the ending of this year. So this is my question to the Swedish government. If you're punished, if your law in your country states that if you resist the police, you get a maximum of 6 months punishment, why is my brother getting an extra month of punishment? Yeah, because Emawe has been kept there since the ending of April, and now there's a new story that is coming out that Emawe is going to be there till the ending of this year. So at the end of the day, we have punished Emawe for 10 months for resisting a police in Sweden, and the law in Sweden is stating that you get the maximum sentence is 6 months. And let's not forget, the whole world knows Sweden has the lowest grade of punishment. So this is my question to the Swedish system, the Swedish best welfare system. Is this how you treat an autistic boy who just lost his dad, by taking him away from his family, isolating him, calling him a criminal in your system? Because I just want to understand, because Sweden is claiming to be the best welfare system. So is this how you guys treat your own black autistic people in Sweden? You take them away from their families. This is a boy that just lost his dad at the beginning of this year. And all the Swedish government has done, they have isolated him, taken him to a new town in Sweden, in Katrineholm, and his family lives in Stockholm, and the family has been trying so hard to try to tell the system to transfer him back to Stockholm, and all they keep on telling us is how that's impossible. Emawe is never going to move back to Stockholm. And I'm like, Emawe is autistic. The boy is just trying so hard to mourn the loss of his dad. So all you can do is punish and punish and punish and punish him. And people are out there calling Sweden one of the top best welfare system. What makes them one of the top best welfare system? Because that's the thing I don't understand. Because when you start punishing a black autistic boy who just lost his dad, when you start isolating, just want to answer this question. So this was a question. A lot of you guys have been asking me, why is it that my family hasn't taken a journalist in Sweden, or contacted organizations in Sweden, or spoken to a TV show in Sweden, or something like that? Let me tell you something. My family has done that. Yeah. My family has spoken to all the organizations in Sweden that are claiming to help autistic people, standing against racism, discrimination in Sweden. We're speaking to a lot of journalists in Sweden. We have wrote to a lot of organizations in Sweden. Do you know what they tell us? They pretend not to understand us. Yeah. Anytime my mom would talk to them, or I would talk to them, or would write to them, you know what they tell us? And Becky, Jenna, we don't understand what you're talking about. That's all they tell my family. They don't understand. They don't understand. So this is what I'm going to tell. This is what I'm going to say. So you guys should know. If you guys want me to make a video about all the organizations that my family has contacted in Sweden, all the journalists that my family has spoken to in Sweden, all the TV shows that my family has written to in Sweden, put that down. I might make a video about it. If you guys really want to know more, I might make a video about it. I would love for you guys to share your thoughts on this whole situation, and leave a comment on what you think. What do you think about this whole thing, this whole drama between the system and my family? And if you haven't watched my previous video, please go watch, because if you really want to understand what I'm talking about, it's nice that you follow everything. Yeah. And you can watch the video on my Instagram page. You can watch it on Facebook on a page called Real Sweden. share your thoughts on what you feel, what you think about that video too. And guys, if you want me to make more videos, leave your comments below and tell me what you want me to talk about now. What you guys can write whatever thing you want me to talk about, and I'm gonna talk about it. Till then, till my next video. Bye.